Hello everyone and welcome back to another message. Tonight I've been guided to basically check in with somebody who would like to send a message through a deity. I've pulled out my Femfolk Oracle deck from Annette Pearso and Israel Gonzalez. This deck, if you are unaware, has a bunch of different goddesses from all over around the world. So yeah, somebody wants to come through tonight, so we'll see who that is and what message they have for us. Please show us who you are. Lady of the Beasts. That's interesting. I just actually got her recently, I think last week, in a reading for myself. Now, I will just read what's here about her because I didn't know very much about her, but that makes sense because my, who I work with, the deities that I work with are not from this place. A spirit of peace and prosperity, the Lady of Beasts is venerated throughout Sumer, Crete, and the Indus Valley, with origins tracing as far back as Neolithic era. She is often depicted pregnant and surrounded by animals coexisting peacefully in a manner not typically observed in nature. Her name has gone largely unknown throughout history since the worship of the Lady of Beasts, the Lady of the Beasts, may have predated physical writing altogether. She commands and protects all animals, serving as a goddess of fertility and life-giving energy. So I'm going to read what the meaning of her card here is, and it is sort of part of the message that will be coming through tonight. But let's just get her vibe. Lady of the Beasts summons you to her circle to teach you about sacred bonds. We all travel along our own paths in life, yet we are drawn to cross the paths of others. Those who we consider to be our true family are often not related to us by blood at all, but rather in spirit. Lady of the Beasts appears at this moment to assist you with understanding just who your soul family is and how you can all benefit from this positive energy. If you are feeling alone, I know that your kindred souls are on their way, searching far and wide for their sacred bond reunion. Okay, so already very strong energy of community and the people that we come together with and the understanding that we are all different. And we all bring something wonderful to the table, which helps us support the ecosystem that we are within. Okay, let's see here. Which deck would you like me to go with? Okay, and another new deck. I swear I only picked up a couple. This is Animal Wardens? Woodland Wardens by Jessica Rue. And it's such a lovely deck. I absolutely love the art. And I think it's perfect to go with this reading since we're talking about being in good community. And I mean, just on the surface level, she is somebody who is in good community with the land around her, the animals around her, the people who live around her who aren't necessarily human. So, what messages would you like to share with us, Lady of the Beasts? The Chipmunk and Laurel. Success. Initially, do we want more from this deck? We do? Do we want 2 more? Okay. All right. Firstly, I'm going to get 2 more cards. Okay, here we go. So the Chipmunk and the Laurel, which underneath it says success. The Bobcat and the Blackthorn, and it says patience. And the Duck and Chrysanthemum, which is luck. This is really giving me the sort of message that the things that we pursue in life, are in equal balance of patience. The patience that we spend, that we have on the thing that we want. We want to be successful in gathering this harvest, right? For the winter to allow us to survive to the next season. And there's a lot of patience required in doing that because all summer you have to spend collecting everything, right? But also there is such a big part of things that sometimes just it comes down to luck. I'm feeling very sort of blocked right now in my in speaking. Even though today I haven't had any issues with words and vocabulary or anything like that. Sometimes I have days, like especially when I'm tired, and my words will just escape me. I cannot find the words. Okay, let's get some more cards here just to keep on clarifying. Would you like the B deck? This deck? Okay. And we just have the regular old Rider-Waite. Let's clarify the message here, Lady of the Beasts. What is it that you want us to kind of see? Yeah, there's an equal amount of luck and patience that goes into the success that we get. And here's the thing too. Luck and patience can both allow us to build our foundation, right? We get lucky in finding the materials and the land that is going to be abundant for us, that is going to be the perfect place for us to sit down and set up our life, and how we are going to live for the rest of it, right? Because, I mean, the thing about the Four of Wands is that, like, it is a sign of marriage. It is a sign of graduation. It is a sign of just celebration of something just wonderful and stuff like that. But there's also the, you can see this as a message that a house is coming for you. And house symbolizes sort of the adult life that we are supposed to have, you know. I know myself and a lot of other millennials and everybody younger than us, you know, we don't get to have houses. We are not in good, currently, we are not in good relationship with everybody else. And it's not us, you know, you and me. It's the people at the top who are not in good relationship with everybody else. They've taken this, but I'm not. The thing about this message is, and let's just clarify it, but I don't feel that this is about what has been taken from us. I think what's coming is this success, and it comes with the patience and luck. And leaving behind a world and a culture, a society that has not given us the right things that we want. You know, there are these 8 cups here that this person is leaving behind. These 8 cups are filled maybe with some pretty cool things, you know, things that have, that we have enjoyed, things that have sustained us. But we figure out eventually, you know, we wake up and realize that these things are not the real things that should be sustaining us. These are things that have been given to us and sort of forced upon us. And we've come to realize that we need to go deeper here. You know, the mountains in the background, mountains signifying spiritual journeys. And we have the moon here. But the moon that is both, you know, waning and full. So we have the cycles of the moon. And these are tide pools, it looks like to me. So it is the waxing and waning, the ebb and the flow of understanding what's actually going to understand us. There's intuition here, okay? You have to follow the intuition. And if the intuition is leading you away from what has been presented to you as abundance, as what you should want in life, then we should go that way. Because what comes after this is the 9 of Cups. What comes after this is, it's called the wish card. Everything that you could want comes with the 9 of Cups. And not want in an empty, sort of vapid, consumerist kind of way. Oh no, my friend. This is the Cups. This is where the heart is, where the intuition, the gut feeling, you know. Emotions make life, all aspects of being what we are, of being thinking, feeling, you know, crafting, passionate beings are, but emotions are the things that make life so worth living. Because when we can cultivate these cups that give us the just endless depths of joy and love and compassion and wonder in the world, that's when we get everything. That's when we get absolutely everything that we want. Okay, let's keep going here. Lady of the Beasts. What else would you like us to know? And I just peeked, even though I'm not looking at the deck, but as I'm sort of like moving the cards around here, I see the world. The world is possible. We can... Oh, there's a different card in here from a different deck. Hilarious. We're moving to a new place. Yes. It is a... Oh, we get the world. We can get the world. The world is possible. And the world in its sort of completeness, its wholeness in balance-ness, you know? So we are on a journey here. We're going on our journey. And we are being taken care of. You know, we have these 4 swords around us. We are protected. But we are on this journey to get to where we want to be, which is a better world. Okay. And that comes with the help here, you know, the help of community. This part of, unfortunately in a way, but it is influenced by those around us. But when we wake up and understand that what has been laid out in front of us as success, as abundance, is not truly fulfilling us, is not giving us, again, like the depths of joy and love and all those beautiful, wonderful things. Even though people around us can influence us to sort of wake up to finally see that the world is not right like this, you know, even though this is a lot, this is 8, you know, 8 out of the 10. It is a journey we must take on our own. We have to come to that ourselves. But there is help along the way. There's always help along the way. Like, there will be help for us to get to the point where we understand that we must leave this behind. But there's help, and there's a new land over there that looks abundant with trees in the background, you know. We have help. And I mean, this here is the illusions of all the things to be wary of that our culture has sort of given to us. And oh, look, you see, the illusion of success is by having the castle, is by having all of the jewels, is by having beauty. You know, it's by having all of these things. But this is not real. This is in the clouds, and we must be on the solid earth here, or traveling on the river of our emotions to bring us to where is going to allow us to be in very good community with each other, where everybody understands the roles and the parts that they can play. It's always changing, right? We're never the same person twice, but everybody fulfills these roles, and everybody is able to be incredibly abundant and joyful and supportive, because everybody's being taken care of. But this here, you reach for that and you're going to fall through the cloud. This is not solid. This takes a lot of, this is going to take you a lot of friggin', you know, ovaries, balls, to just charge forward and sort of keep in mind your focus going forward. Seek the truth. You know, this is the sword of truth here. Seek the truth and fight for it. Go for it. And I mean, it's hilarious that this is going towards this cloud here. Come in and defeat this cloud. Defeat this illusion that has been presented to all of us. Get rid of it so that we can focus on the thing that really matters, and that's being here on earth in our local, and I mean very local area, in our towns, in our neighborhoods, you know, if you live in a city, on the land that we live on, and with the people and the animal. And I consider animals people as well, you know. I'm an animist, okay? Even trees and plants are people as well, you know. Be in community with that. But first, we have to get rid of this. We have to take action, and we have to do it quickly, because things are going to be changing quickly here. Oh, she fell on the floor. There's a reader. Uh-oh, can I even reach that? Oh, we can do it. Jena. Well, she doesn't read cards, but she receives messages. She's also a fellow Canadian, actually. And I've heard her say time and time again, that when a card falls on the floor, it's like that card times 10. This card times 10, my loves. We are all in our communities. We are all stars. We are all sparkly and shiny and inspirational and full of light. And everybody is a star in a way. There's some people who are able to use, their charisma, or art, or the way that they help people, and forge connections. But your light feeds the earth that you're on. It feeds, the like literally the land that you are on. It feeds the people that you are interacting with on a daily basis. The star is surrounded by other stars, and that light is just feeding into each other. So we're feeding the land, we're feeding each other. No, I don't. Well, no, I don't. I don't think I. No, I don't need to say that. Will I? Won't I? I don't know. But recognize the light in yourself. Recognize how you affect others. How you affect your environment, how you affect the animals in your environment. And by others too, I do literally mean like, how are you affecting your local politics? Because that is how you also, being active in your own local politics is the way that you can affect the most change in the world that you want to see. I know there are a lot of the things that are far away or countrywide that feel impossible, but the best thing to do is affect the land and the people who are around you, like literally living very close by to you. And that ripples out. It ripples out. Because if other towns see how your town is doing some pretty awesome stuff, they might change too. Our light feeds into the other stars, the other light, and it comes together. And if we feed it, if we continue to put it out there and receive light from others as well, we get this world that is so sparkly and wondrous and beautiful and just, I'm saying the word again, but utopia, the way that we should be in proper balance with each other, because everybody gets to shine their light. Nobody is dimmed. Nobody is dimmed. All right. Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't read reversals. Oh, I have my deck upside down. That's why. Okay, here we are, baby. We got the star shining into the world. I feel like, this up here, success, patience, and luck, brings us to this 4 of Wands situation with the stability of, this community and this celebration and living in just such joy, right? This is coming. This is an end to this cycle and a glorious new wondrous place to be in. And this is coming. It's always very hard to get to this place, to get to success, to get to I was just saying, even with the local politics, but even, on national levels and international levels, it's always very hard to look at it in that way. But again, when we affect locally and then ripple out from there, the world can change. The world can become better. It will take patience. It will take a while. And yeah, a good freaking chunk of luck, for sure. But this is already on its way, my loves. This balanced version, this end of what we have known, this end of what we have known, this end of illusion, okay? A lot of us are really already going to where this is. But it is coming. And here's your hope. here's your, you know, your sign, your confirmation of that. Do we want to leave it there? No. Okay. Just get a couple more cards here. Wait, clarify the Page of Swords, please. Ooh. Nope, that's too many cards. So the Page of Swords here, we have somebody who is curious. Oh, and I believe that once this world comes, we have to be curious. We have to be open in order to take this new adventure, you know, with hope and faith that it will lift us all up. You know, the yellow here, just the sun, the glowing of the sun. And actually, I just saw the sun as I asked a question in here, which is where that's the new turnover, is we're going into this sun energy, the sun card energy. But we have to remain curious. We have to remain open to information. And I know it's hard, and I know that's what a lot of sort of, excuse me, confirmation work. A lot of the way that we have been taught, you know, with tradition and never questioning things and never questioning authority, never sort of paying attention to how science makes new discoveries. And then we're you know, you still hear people saying things from like 50 years ago that doesn't make sense anymore because, like, you know, the environment has changed, or our diets have changed, or how healthy we are has changed, right? Remain so incredibly open to new information. Be like, don't just take everything in and think that that's the best way to do it. This is understanding that it's going to take a lot of people to come together, you know, to teach each other different things, and bringing it all together to form, and here's the thing, to form new community, but it's going to be unique everywhere, depending on the people who are in each community, right? My community doesn't have to look like yours. And it's beautiful that we get to have a tile work of communities that are different from each other. But in that too, you zoom out from the micro of community, your local community, and you zoom out to, you know, just, oh, the neighboring towns around you, and the you know, neighboring land that you all live on. And then all these people are, you know, interacting with each other, trading with each other, teaching each other. And then, yes, you kind of start looking the same as people take what they like from your town, and then you take something that you like from somebody else's town, and it ripples out again. You know, this is looking like ripples to me. This is looking like patchwork quilt to me. It's, yes, very beautiful. It's just remaining open. Don't be a curmudgeon. Just be curious. Just be curious and see the wonder in the world, and be curious to go seek it out and learn about it, right? Doesn't mean you have to implement everything. Of course not, you know, but maybe somebody else will. You don't always have to do everything yourself either. You're not alone. You're not alone. But be curious. And I think that's the best way for us to move forward into this new beginning. I mean, we literally have the world and then the Fool here, right? We have the end of the cycle and the beginning of a beautiful new one. This, you know, sun energy. Ugh, beautiful. Be curious. Have faith. Keep hope alive within you. and move forward. And I love too that we have, you know, an animal here. We have a dog here, this little family. Yeah. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much, Lady of the Beasts. This was a beautiful message, and I hope that for those of you who this is meant for, that it was helpful. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye!